What's up, boxing fans? Julian Williams here with The Distance. Got a video for you guys. This is a video for a prediction for the upcoming bout between Winky Wright and Peter Quillin. Bout takes place next week on June the 2nd on Showtime. Puts together former champion Winky Wright against the up-and-coming contender Peter Quillin. Peter Quillin, this fight was actually supposed to happen on the undercard of Mayweather versus Cotto, and unfortunately the plans for the fight went through. But it does see the in-ring return to Winky Wright, who hasn't been in the bout since he fought Paul Williams back in 2009, which is like April, I want to say April 4th to April 24th of 2009. And really over the last like 5 years, Winky's only been in the ring twice. The other fight was in 2007 against Bernard Hopkins. So just overall, this is going to be a very interesting fight if you ask me, because Winky's only been in the ring twice in the last 5 years, and he's coming back into the ring after a 5-year layoff to fight a young up-and-coming fighter like a Peter Quillin. And I'll begin with Quillin. Quillin is very athletic. He's quick with his hands. Seems to be smart. Fights very patiently behind his jab, and just works very well. Works very well behind it. He's young. He's strong. He's quick. And he's skilled. So in this fight against Winky Wright, he's gonna have to use all that to his advantage in this one. He's the fact that he's younger, he's gonna be more agile. He's gonna have the win. He's gonna get his second win later on in the fight. He's gonna be like in this fight, he needs to fight a lot behind the jab and move, because Winky shells up. He shells up when you're punching, and Winky does a good job of just when he shells up, he comes in with the left in between the guard. So in this one, he's gonna have to use his jab, look to land the right hand, and just move. He's gonna have to move the entire fight, make Winky walk forward and try to jab, try to counter his jab with his own jab, and try to make Winky chase him, and try to make Winky try to fight behind his jab. He has to move a lot towards Winky's left side, because Winky does a lot, like when he fights, is primarily off his jab. Everything he does, is off the jab. So he's gonna have to move a lot towards Winky's left and fight behind his own jab. And also look to try to set Winky up with the left hook. Look to try to set him up with the left hook. Look to just utilize lateral movement majority of the time to Winky's left side, and just outwork him. Look for traps in the ring, and just look for spurts where he's throwing a few combinations, then he's and then he's moving, and has to make Winky turn. And that's just the way I think Peter Quillin can do to win this fight. He's gonna have to make Winky continuously turn. He's gonna have to move a lot towards Winky's left, to where Winky, isn't able to use his jab. That takes his jab away, which can take away, other shots that Winky throws very well. The left cross, the left hook, and he throws a very good left hook. And also, he can't really square up with Winky and just expect to, just fight him at the center of the ring, because Winky's just gonna use, his veteranship, and find traps. So I think pretty much the main objective for Peter Quillin is just be the ring general the entire fight. Make Winky walk towards him, use his lateral movement, use his angles, and reflexes to his advantage, being that he's a younger fighter. And on the other hand, you got Winky Wright, hasn't been in the ring in 5 years, and we can't emphasize that much more. He pretty much he's been in the ring with Shane Mosley, he's been in with Bernard Hopkins, he's been in with Jermaine Taylor, just very good fighters over the last 10 years. He's been in the ring with good fighters, and at one time I think he was like the #2 pound for pound fighter in the world back in, like, I want to say 2006, 2007, was #2 and the best in the world, and the one above him was Floyd Mayweather. So Winky's a good fighter. He unified the light middleweight division, and almost won a belt against the middleweight champion Jermaine Taylor, and moved up 10 more pounds to fight Hopkins at 170. But just overall, Winky is just very skilled, very crafty in the ring. And in this fight against Peter Quillin, he's gonna have to look to try to counter Quillin's jab. He's gonna have to try to find a way to neutralize the speed with his timing, which is going to be very troubling for Wright. So in this one, he has to just come out and attack. He's going to have to get out of his comfort zone in this fight, because Winky's comfort zone is just patiently waiting in the shell and looking for that shot. Wait for his opponent to stop punching, and then he's taking advantage. he's going in there, he's throwing his shots when his opponent isn't throwing anything. So that's when Winky comes in. He comes in, he'll shell up, and then like right after he shells up, he hits you with a quick right hook or a quick left hook. And also look for a short left hand. Especially if they get on the break, because Quillin will step straight back, and he'll be open to that short left or right hand. If he steps back. So pretty much in this fight, what Winky has to do is he has to try to drive Quillin back using his jab, and continue just walking in behind the jab, and also let walk forward and let that jab dictate the pace, because it can set up his left hand. It can set up a possible shots to the body. But the main objective for Winky is he's gonna have to find a way to neutralize Quillin's speed, and also neutralize his power, and somehow neutralize his athleticism by using his own skill. And pretty much his skill, like I said, is just his technique. His technique, being able to time well. He times his fires well. I mean, the opponent on the other side of the ring, he times him well. And also, he's very defensive minded. His defense leads to his offense, which is what I always liked about Winky, is that he's very defensive minded. Defense turns to offense for him. So who I think is going to win this fight, I'm going to go with Quillin. Quillin's a fresher fighter. He's been in the ring over the last few years. Last fight was like against Craig McEwen back in November on the undercard of Kirkland Angulo. So just pretty much Quillin's the fresher fighter. He's a fresher fighter. He's younger. He's more athletic, and just pretty much I think he's just going to use all that to his advantage. I think he's just going to set Winky up throughout the entire fight. Use his stand outside, utilize his lateral movement, work behind the jab, look for a left hook, or throw like different assortment of shots. He's gonna have that advantage over Winky, and I think that he's gonna beat Wright by a decision. So anyway, peeps, thanks for watching. That was Distance. I'm out of here. Peace.